Hey y'all, it's Taylor back on the channel. Let's clip some goldenrod. What do you say? Fall has a funny way of greeting us, because although all signs in nature are pointing towards death, there is such a rebirth of beauty all around us. All the wondrous colors to behold, the goldenrod especially, the other grasses and lovely flowers that are in bloom for us and the bees to enjoy, the beautiful leaves that are turning, reminding us to turn in. Autumn pulls us in with her bewitching charm, that is her crisp breeze shaking the trees of their leaves, covering the mother for extra warmth. The cooler days are upon us, her winds whispering with hints of the stillness that is to come. The mother returns to feed us with her beauty and bounty one final time before she takes her well-deserved rest, that is winter. Fall is here to tell us to slow down and to take stock in the abundance that the mother has provided for us. Autumn reminds us to tend to our homes and to make them comfortable and warm. She offers soft hints, beckoning us to return to ourselves and to tend to our internal worlds for a little while. Fall's asking us to ask ourselves the question, what can I work on in this season of self? And what does returning to the self look like? Fall is here to bring us closer to our ancestors, and she tells us to honor them in ways that brings us closer to our roots. She requests from us to practice their practices and to remember that it is because of their practices that we are even here. Their purposes and practices echo, and we are their sound waves. Fall asks us, what do you want to cultivate during this time of returning to the self, all the while honoring your ancestors? Our ancestors' hands were busy and their hearts were open to the universal sound. The universal sound is calling to our attention. What is in your internal world that is calling to your attention during this time? We cook our meals and we make our teas and infusions. But what are our intentions for them once they've been consumed? I don't really know if it's enough to just have the knowledge of what that medicine will do for us once it's entered into our systems. But what if we gave thanks for anything and everything that we make with the intention to heal? I believe that there is a fine line between acknowledgement and appreciation. All the mother asks is that we acknowledge what she has provided. She will know that she is honored and appreciated from there. Seasons come and go, but what if we greeted every new season with an open heart? It is the lessons that we will learn during the present season that will help us transition into the inevitable season that is ahead. If we practice our ancestors' ancient practices with the intention of cultivating growth and love and awareness, each new season will be that much easier to greet. All right, now it's time for the taste test. Not gonna lie, that's pretty bitter. I cannot see myself drinking this as a tea to really enjoy and savor. It's definitely a tea that you drink for the purpose of consuming medicine. There's an importance that we do consume these, even if they are not extremely palatable. And this isn't terrible. I mean, I could still drink this. But either way, yeah, I'm glad I tried this. This is my first time trying this goldenrod tea. Hopefully you guys try it and you'll incorporate it into your medicine cabinet. Cheers. So I had made a goldenrod infused honey in late August, and I wanted to show you guys how to cook that moisture off the honey. So that's exactly what I just took you guys through. So we are literally gonna let this go on the double boiler for maybe about 30 minutes. So the reason why we separate that is so that way we can just get that honey heated and let some of that water evaporate off, so that way we can store it and it not go rancid on us. But once this is finished, after about 30 minutes, I'll cut the heat off, let it cool a little bit, and then I'll just package it up into a clean jar and label it and what it is, the name of it. I'll probably put 2 dates on it, when I first infused it and then the date that I am straining this. I did the goldenrod infused honey on August 16th, so it's been about 7 weeks, so it's been steeping for a really long time, so I'm hoping that it's good and potent medicinally wise. It doesn't really change the flavor. I did see someone else recommend that if you are going to infuse anything, whether it's oil or honey, anything that takes a longer duration, instead of covering it with a sealed top, the best thing to do is to maybe cover it with a little bit of cheesecloth or some sort of coffee filter, and then tighten it on either with a rubber band or maybe like a metal screw top that you get with the ball mason jars. So that way the moisture that comes from the plant matter can evaporate off. I hope that this video has been helpful. I had seen several comments when I had initially made the infusion back in August to show people how to do the double boiling method. This is also, you could call this a bain-marie, is another term for it. But yeah, it's not very difficult. So just kind of keep that in mind. The most difficult part is getting all that dang honey out of the jar without it sticking to you, because it wants to. It's a little bit of a messy business. It might be a little bit easier if you go to strain off your honey and you have an extra set of hands. At least I found I ended up needing a set of hands. I needed Will. So just keep that in mind. But anyways, y'all, it's been a long day, and I think I am going to call it a night. But thank you all for tuning into our channel. Good night.